So things could potentially go from bad to worse. Now I want to explain what's going on here, and today I'm going to make it very simple. I'm just going to talk. Not going to show you a bunch of articles, not going to show you a bunch of videos and what's going on with protests or the border or Ukraine or Russia or Israel, China. I'm not going to show you any of that stuff. We're going to talk about it. Here's the reason why. Right now, we are getting more and more reports from so many different media outlets, hearing reports from U.S. officials, from other world leaders as well, that there's a lot of issues happening right now. Most of these issues that are happening involve the United States. For instance, and I'll just break this down, and I want to know your thoughts as well, but what's going on right now is we have a issue with our U.S. border that we are seeing, according to some reports, there's between 3,000 to 6,000 people entering the U.S. every single day. Other reports say, no, it's actually closer to about 8,000 people per day that are entering the United States. And this is causing a lot of cities and states to almost panic, somewhat quietly panic, because what's happening is they're having to pretty much reduce their budgets in order to make room for migrant housing, migrant services. And this is putting a strain on those cities and those states. Now, that's one issue. And because of cities and states having to reduce their budget and make cuts, we are seeing parks and libraries, schools, they're starting to lose some of their funding, which is pushing more pressure over to the public, the citizens of that city. Now, that is one issue. And trying to figure out a way to fund all those services and those public programs is becoming a major problem. But at the same time, these cities and states are asking the federal government for additional help. The problem is they can't help. The federal government has no money. They're in debt, massive amounts of debt. Okay, $33+ trillion in debt. But that leads me to the next problem. What is going to happen when we see the United States economy pretty much struggle? We're not going to collapse, but we are going to struggle. Here's the reason why. Within the next 12 months, we have about $1 trillion in commercial real estate mortgages that has to be refinanced. But based off of what experts are predicting is that the majority of these commercial real estate mortgages will not be refinanced. They'll go back to the bank, and now those banks are going to be holding potentially $1 trillion in just debt, liabilities that they cannot refinance. Businesses do not want them anymore. And I look at just the Seattle, Washington, the businesses in downtown Seattle. Some of those businesses completely left. They just left the city. They don't care about their office building. They left. They are done with it. They can't afford it. They are not going to refinance it. They're done. Give it back to the bank. Because a lot of these businesses bought these buildings when values were so high. The valuation of some of these businesses and these office buildings were, millions or hundreds of millions or billions of dollars. Okay? But now the valuation has just plummeted. That's going to create an issue. Not only that, but the businesses that were in those left. So the surrounding businesses are struggling. Now we're seeing layoffs. We're seeing layoffs from companies like Amazon and Walmart and Microsoft and Apple. Peloton seeing layoffs. We're seeing layoffs from small mom and pop shops. We're seeing layoffs from Taco Bell. Just the other day, there's a lot of discussions regarding the potential bankruptcy for Red Lobster. Right? Again, a lot of employees there. We are about to go through a massive change where thousands or potentially millions of people are going to be laid off. And I want to throw this one at you. Some are predicting that over the next about 1 to 2 years, we are going to see anywhere between 2 to 5 million people get laid off, not because they have no value, but because they have been replaced by artificial intelligence. That is the concern. Now, I bring this to your attention for one main reason. I've been telling people ever since the pandemic hit back in March of 2020 that you need to have more value. you need to be irreplaceable. One of the things that you can do to become irreplaceable is to learn new skills. But at the same time, if you're still working for somebody else, then your skills may not matter. Here's what you can do. You can start a side hustle. You can start your own business. Because what we do not want is you to run out of money or have absolutely no money, because then you would be pretty much putting yourself out there for whoever's willing to hire you. You could be the lowest person on the totem pole. Even though you could be CEO right now or an executive, you could be the lowest person on that totem pole, in the next 3 to 6 months, in the next year. That's what you need to avoid. So one thing you can do, go and learn a new skill. Start a side hustle. Start flipping stuff on eBay or Amazon, or you can even sell stuff on Etsy, on Craigslist, and on Facebook. You can start doing social media marketing for businesses that are still doing very well and need help. You can mow lawns. You can wash cars. You can babysit if you want to. Okay? One person asked me the other day, if you were to lose everything, okay? And hopefully I don't, but if you were to lose everything, what would you do to gain it all back? Well, it's simple. If you lose everything, you just got to start making a little bit extra money. So if you're living paycheck to paycheck right now, which the majority of Americans are, then you need to just make a little bit extra money. An extra $100 to $200 per month. That may be all you need. Maybe you have a little bit more of a desire to make some extra money, so now you're going to make about $250 extra per month or per week. That's $1,000 per month that you can put into your pocket. So that is what I recommend. Get out there, start making some extra money. Do every little service that you can, and then start to build. Hire people. Outsource. Come online. Okay? Start doing social media. Start creating a website. Create a YouTube channel, a TikTok page. Something. Okay? But I know I've kind of been all over the place in today's video, and that's kind of the point. Right now, we have no clue what's going to happen. All we know is that there's multiple warning signs that we are being told to be prepared for. And so I want you to be prepared. So I will leave you with that. Again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.